everybody? It's your boy Brickhouse here, and man, I don't know about this one. So it was announced just yesterday that the UFC is entering into a new partnership with none other than Bud Light. Now, this has sparked some outrage. Just in the last 24 hours, there's been calls for boycotts in the UFC. And we already know what happened to Anheuser-Busch when Bud Light had their fumbled partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. But man, this one, I don't watch a lot of UFC as it is anyway. I mean, I like the UFC, I just don't watch it. Never had a problem with Budweiser, Bud Light, any of the Busch products, any of the Anheuser-Busch products. Wasn't a fan of the partnership with Dylan Mulvaney, but I don't really drink anything from Bud Light. Except maybe black cherry seltzer. I mean, and that's every once in a while. That's once in a long while. So, I already, didn't partake in Budweiser products during this whole time of the Bud Light boycott. And the reason why I don't drink Budweiser products or Bud Light is because I just, not my thing. Had nothing to do with the partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. But here we have now the UFC, which, they are now part of the same conglomerate, TKO, that owns the WWE. So is this going to affect the WWE too? Or is this just going to be UFC? But here we go from Breitbart. Slap in the face. UFC facing boycott after $100 million Bud Light sponsorship. And you know what the crazy thing about all this is Modelo took over the number one spot as the number one beer brand from Bud Light. And now Bud Light's replacing Modelo as the official beer of UFC. Funny, huh? So, the UFC is facing calls for a boycott after teaming with Autre beer brand Bud Light with a $100 million sponsorship deal. Bud Light, as we know, is the beer brand that faced a massively successful boycott after their VP of marketing slammed the beer brand as fratty and uncool, but then decided to enter into a partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. And how did that work out for him? As beer drinkers weighed in on their disgust with the brand's behavior, Bud Light was toppled as America's top-selling beer and has continued on a downward sales trajectory ever since, causing the beer to desperately look for ways to reassert its standing in the beer world. So here from Robbie Starbuck, Bud Light's paid $100 million to be the official beer of the UFC, and you know what? Lighting that money on fire would have been less embarrassing than what's about to happen. Fighters are going to hate this. Fans will hate it. The customers aren't coming back. Bud Light, period. So I guess this is, in a way, the beginning of the redemption arc for Bud Light, for Anheuser-Busch, by partnering with the UFC. And it's a 6-year deal worth $100 million. But hold on. Wait a second. The fight fans are not happy. UFC fans jumped to social media to scold Dana White's organization for teaming with Bud Light. UFC boycott is on. Time to double down on the boycott Bud Light and now boycott UFC hashtags. And another insisted the UFC deal is a dumb move. Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch are marketing morons to try this. Another said, it's like picking at a scab. It's going to leave a scar. Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, Bud are marketing morons to try this. I just read that. This just shows customers that Bud beer doesn't give a flying F about the boycott. One user on X specifically slammed White for delivering a slap in the face to UFC fans for saying that Bud Light aligns with UFC's core values. Dana White commenting on making Bud Light the official beer of the UFC. I feel we are very aligned when it comes to our core values. Slap in the face to UFC fans. What's next? Transgender fighters? So Bud Light is poised to replace rival Modelo as the official UFC beer. Modelo has held the title for the last 4 years. No, that I don't think that last statement there is correct. Modelo just took the title this past summer. But regardless, tell me what you guys think. Comment down below. What do you think of this whole ordeal with UFC and Bud Light? We're going to see a UFC boycott like we did Bud Light? Let me know in the comments. While you're at it, please take the time to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video out there with your friends and family. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And as always, thanks for watching. I will see you later.